Hi, welcome back to Let's Play SimCity 4 in Prospect Bay. Today we are, well, if you remember last time, we were working on that northeastward rail line, passed through Cemetery Hill, and along the sheer limestone cliffs, or well, I'm not sure it's limestone, but something with a lot of calcite in it. And from there on, the rail line passes here to another area of dramatic cliffs and sea called Halibut Point. And I actually want to make a quick change here. So I wasn't entirely thinking clearly when I wrote the name of this. I actually want to call it Halibut Head. So that's a little bit different there. Not too much going on here. Just a couple rural houses and a tiny stop on the rail line. And that's about it, other than the trees and the cliffs. So, not too much to see here, as you can see. I built all of this off camera between episode 70 and 71, as I did the rail line in the next tile, which is where I'll meet you in a minute. Welcome back. We are around the city tile border, at a place called Songbird Island. It's just north of Happy Valley. In real life, of course, it's called Pepin Island, and there's actually no city where Happy Valley is, just a bunch of farmland terraced onto the, right on top of the hills. So, not too much going on here, just our single track rail coming on through, but there is potential for development here, so I was almost thinking right now might be a good opportunity to build a little bit of development, maybe on the mainland over by this rail, and on the island too. So, seems like a pretty simple thing to do. Probably only need one or two roads around here. It doesn't seem like the kind of place that would require more than that. Alright, maybe start out with an agricultural field. Yep, just a few houses scattered around. Well spaced, of course. And I want to place another field somewhere, but I'm not sure where the terrain is optimal for that. Yeah. Okay, looks like I don't have all that much friendly terrain after all. We'll just put it behind these buildings, right by the rail line. It'll be a relatively small field, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe clear some of these trees on the beach here. Yeah, that looks fine. I might as well have a bit of a bigger beach too. Yeah. Alright, so how should we prepare this area for development? Probably could use some cell phone service. Put that right around here, has about. Probably use some water too. That's an easy thing to take care of. Put it right by the rail track. And has about a tiny rail station. We'll just use the rural model, of course. So that can be placed against single track rail. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to put it against a double track area because that's where it's flattest. Or, I mean, that's where the rail is straightest. So yeah, hopefully that should be fine. Let's see how the terrain works with that. Can't really see because of the trees. Oh, it's not great. The platform does seem submerged. Well, that's an issue. But perhaps one that can be fixed with a little bit of creative rejiggering here. Yeah, just like that. Place that there. And the platform should be, yeah, it's above the rail line now, the way it should be. Okay, so that's about all we need to do there. Actually, we could probably use a bus stop around here. Nah, actually, I don't think so. It's a bit too silly for me. So the other place I was thinking about developing was over here, on the island itself. And there is some development on the island in real life, when I looked at it, Pepin Island. But yeah, in general, it's a pretty, I don't know, pretty rural, undeveloped kind of place. So, thinking maybe just a couple houses around here on the island itself. Yeah, I'm actually going to try to give each of these houses a little terrace for the optimal views, because we all know that's what's most important in siting a house. And for getting on and off the island, well, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I'm thinking that we can probably use a ferry port around here. It's a pretty small place to warrant it, but, I don't know, should be fine. So what's the smallest ferry port I can build? I think it's the industrial style one. How's that looking? Yeah, it should be fine. We'll just say it's mostly aimed at transporting agricultural products by barge to nearby Happy Valley. Yeah, that looks fine. Actually, it doesn't really look that wide, so I'm gonna be expanding the ground a little bit. Reclamation, as it's called. The land is never above ground to start with. It's just details, as they say. Okay, wonder why it's not. So let's maybe place it now. Rezone our farms and our street. Yeah, it's the only way we can get it to work, because there's no S-curve puzzle piece for streets. Yep, that's probably all we need. I don't know. I want to do more here. I think that this is the kind of place where a little sand dirt road wouldn't look too out of place. Yeah, I definitely want to try to, I don't know, just make this place a little bit more interesting, however I can. Yeah. Right here seems like a decent spot for a little bit more development. Yeah. Maybe just a couple houses like that. And that should be plenty. Actually, power isn't going to be able to get up there, is it? Oh, and there's no drag bowl wide radius stuff for Sam, is there either? That's okay. Huh. I don't want to move this over here. Make that a 2-tile. Very top of the hill there. Is this close enough to get power? I don't think so. Yeah, I want just one flat tile there. And I'm going to use that flat tile in order to place a substation to transmit some power. That should be good. First of all, though, let's place our cell phone tower power lot. And where was that? Nah, that substation is a bit too large. I think I was looking for the distribution substation. Yeah. Like that. Go back to our God mode tools. Place some of the trees in the area. Yeah. And I think we probably don't need to worry about water. Yeah, it's all watered. So anyway, gotta go off camera to save real quick, then we can zoom out. Now let's watch some development. Yeah, sorry, I started talking before I hit the record key there. But hopefully you caught what I was doing. Turn the daytime back on. Yeah, real glad I found out the hotkey for that. By the way, it's a F5 switches you automatically to daytime, F6 switches you automatically to nighttime, F7 is what toggles or what turns the cycle on. So yeah. Yep, looks like there are not too many jobs around here. That's okay. I do not think I especially wanted these style of houses right here anyway. Rotate a little bit. Yeah, we got a bunch of them. Whoa. Yeah, those Tunisian houses were one of the first custom content lots I downloaded, so I used to get tons of that just everywhere. Nowadays, it's not quite so ridiculous, but they still do tend to pop up a lot, which I like. I mean, you know, if I didn't like the lot, I wouldn't use it. So, I really want more agricultural fields, but this terrain is just not working. Yeah, let's do like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Where else can I zone some more fields? Not along there. Over here, I guess. Good place as any. Yeah. See how those two fields change things up? They are pretty derpily sloped up, but I don't know. What all can I do about it? Apart from just not having farmers. Oh well. Planted those trees out of season, but so we'll see how things work out with this. Looks like everybody's doing fine. People are indeed not using the rail line at all. Well, that's not quite what I wanted. I did want some presence on this rail for the next town. So maybe that means it's time for some more houses. Well, couldn't hurt anything, right? Yeah, it works better that way. So maybe one like that, a couple like this, like that, like that, like that. Oh no, I didn't want to do that at all. God damn it, I hate it when the game automatically zones derpy ass shit when I didn't want it to. Now I've got to fast forward all the way to the right time of year to replace those trees. I mean, yeah, none of these people are even using the station. That sucks. Add a few more houses in, I suppose. Oh man, I passed right by the proper time of year again. Oh well. Maybe a couple waterfront homes then. Will this drive people to use the rail? I mean, how many people can each of these take as workers? Well, yeah. It's about the same time I was doing it before. Still not perfect, but hey. Means we're safe to rebuild this shit. And unfortunately, some of them got on the farm, which means so let's do that. Alright. Okay, well, placing that appears to have encouraged people to start using the rail. So with that, I think we are done here around Songbird Island. And we are about ready to head on over into Happy Valley and see what we can do about hooking up that rail. Speaking of which, that really should not be double tracked. Why is it double tracked? Alright, so I'll see you in a minute in Happy. Well, I'm back in Happy Valley. Here we are in the wrong corner of the tile. Damn, why? I thought I just pressed it F5. Anyway. That's not where we want to be, so let's follow this highway up toward the center of town and up northwest here a bit. We see our rail line coming through in a pretty inconvenient spot. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to hook up. It might be a bit tough to execute. Damn it, what the heck is wrong with this graphical glitch? Always showing up right after I load city tile. So, I don't really see too many options apart from making a simple tunnel and then bringing it along the coastline. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So to do that, you need a certain number of tiles in order to make the curve, and then tunnels have to be orthogonal, so we're going to curve it left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Needs to be 8 by 8. So like that. And then 8 tiles this way. Yeah, but that is already not working pretty quickly. It's just so steep, apparently. Jeez. What do you have to do to make this shit work? So... yeah. How much is this? This is 6. So we want to move stuff by 2 more tiles. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we can get it all from here, it looks like. Yeah, that'll do it. Damn, this is going to be a pretty funny looking tunnel.